I just fell in love with this painting. For me, it was especially about the neutrals that this artist used. I love the neutral color on the road, the bit of light that is touching the top of those trees. It just has such a lovely sense of story and a sense of place, and you can really feel the morning light. Love the use of the limited palette in this painting, the blue-green turquoises against the reds and red-violets. Really strong vertical shape with the main figure, and again, the play of those greens and red against each other are just really nice. I love the abstract quality of the shape that's on the face of this subject. The way that light is depicted is really amazing. The play of the cool greens against the warm greens, the definition in the clothing, but then the lack of definition in the feathers is really wonderful. This piece is really interesting. It looks like it's acrylic, sort of a mixed media. Love the texture that this artist is using, the play of the warm and cool colors against each other. It really keeps you inside the painting and keeps you interested in what those shapes are doing and the relationship of those shapes. And this is a really wonderful abstract. I love the thrust of that mass coming up from the bottom, crossing through that horizontal plane. The play of those turquoises against the oranges. I love the slate color of those dark shapes on the bottom and the mark making that run through the whole piece. I love the way the artist used neutrals in this painting. The grays are so transparent. Love the gradation from the darker gray at the top down to the lighter gray at the bottom. The use of the white paper, really, and just the simplicity of this design. It's just a beautiful piece. And this is such a strong painting. I love the scale of that figure on the right and the way it bounces off the two other figures towards the back and the way those dark shapes play against those strong oranges. And this is one of those paintings that I keep coming back to, and each time I look at it, I discover something new. I love the glance of the model looking off the frame, the texture and color of that background, the color of the shadows on her cheeks kind of matches the same greens that are in the background. The tones on her skin, just beautiful, beautiful, delicate work. Just really nice. And this painting really resonates with me because I do spend a lot of time in the mountains. Something about these vertical brushstrokes and how those same vertical brushstrokes are carried into those figures, the light in the background, the purple against the yellow, and just the strong sunlight on that right hill. Just a gorgeous piece of work. And I love this painting. I love the color harmony in here. Predominantly warm with these little pops of cool here and there. I love those turquoises that are on the back of that shadowed fence. Really beautiful texture, paint application, transparent pigment. Really nice. And this painting is so beautiful, it just breaks my heart. The light that this artist has captured just is so beautiful. Those lost and found edges, the glow of those cool colors against the warm, the contemplative look of the model. I can't get enough of this piece. And this painting is just gorgeous. I love what the artist has done with this painting. I love the repetition of the figure's profile and then that shape that kind of mirrors that. The play of the red against the green, the beautiful mark making and textures, the repetition of the circular necklace with the circles that are up towards the top. Really, really nice. And this painting is just gorgeous. I feel like I could step right in there and walk way, way back into that landscape. Love those warmer rocks that are towards the front and the cooler pigments that are towards the back. Transparency of the pigment, really nice movement through this piece. Really well done. And this is another one of those paintings that I just kept coming back to. I knew from the very beginning that this painting was going to end up with an award. The transparency of those petals, the delicate feel of them, it's just amazing. It's so simple, but it's so beautiful and so effective. And this is a wonderful, wonderful painting. Really like the way those walls go from cools to warms, the repetition of the crow shape with that vertical chimney shape, a little touch of something in that right-hand window. Just a very, very exciting paint. And here's another abstract. I was particularly drawn to the color palette in here, these turquoise grays, the play of that dark shape in the upper left-hand corner, and then that form that is sort of pushing against the right-hand edge at the bottom. Just a really, really wonderful painting. And this piece is so moving to me. The way this artist has laid down this light, the suggestion of light coming from that top left-hand corner, the shift in the pigments, and then that negative space at the bottom with the drippy paint. That just makes me happy. That's just gorgeous. And this is another one of those paintings that spoke to me right from the start when I first started looking at all the work. The story here is just amazing, and the depth of this landscape and the way those blues move from the dog all the way through that landscape, all the way back into the sky. It's just a beautiful painting. And then this last piece, I knew again from the very beginning that this painting was going to be up in the top somewhere. Something about the vertical form with that horizontal line at the top crossing, the play of those oranges with the violets and the blue. I feel like I am transported and standing on that beach and speaking with this person, and that they have a story to tell.